So today I'll start with the Arduino. If you want to connect the Arduino, what are the components are required for implementing some project in the Arduino? The coming lecture I'll start with the main parts of the Arduino and some coding parts that I will discuss in the upcoming lecture. So here now Arduino parts, right? So for making a project in Arduino, okay, for making a project in Arduino, you can you can first have to write the code, Arduino code in the Arduino IDE. Okay, you have to write the code Arduino IDE. Okay, in Arduino IDE, you have to write first code. Okay, what is the Arduino IE? Arduino IE, it is a platform. It is a software platform. Arduino IE, it is a software platform. You can install this Arduino IE in Windows, Mac, and the Linux also. This Arduino IE you can install in Windows, Mac, and Linux. And in these three separate software you can install the Arduino IE. Okay, now come to the how can you install. You can install the Arduino IE. You have there some software. You can go to the Arduino IE IDE. Yeah, I'll show in the PPT. I will show the screenshot. How can you do? Okay, so today I just giving the some summary of the Arduino IE. Okay. So, in case of the Arduino IE, here you can install the Arduino IE in computer. It may be the Windows, Mac, Linux. Okay. After that, this Arduino IE, after installing the Arduino IE, you can write the code on the Arduino IE, which may be in C or C++ that I have discussed in the last class. Okay, you can install Arduino in C++. After writing the code, okay, you can connect the Arduino IE, the computer, the system you can connect to the Arduino platform, okay, hardware tool by through the USB cable. Okay, after writing the code in the Arduino IE, you can install, you can upload those code in the Arduino hardware. Okay, so in this way you can after once installing the code, uploading the code in the Arduino IDE, you can directly execute the program. So suppose if you connect some input in the Arduino hardware and if you connect the output, based on the input, whatever code you will write in the Arduino IE, you can get the output in the form of the light, motor, actuator, based on the applications. Okay. Now the next part related to Arduino, what is the next part is required related to Arduino. Next is that suppose Microsoft Excel, okay, MATLAB, LabVIEW, okay. These are the three different tools are required. Okay, these are the three different software are required. For what purpose it is required? Suppose here you would think that you can get. Suppose you want to get some output. Okay, so output you will get in the form of the actuator, motor, and the LED in the hardware. But you can see some output in the Arduino monitor. There is a monitor in the Arduino IE. In that monitor, you can see the Arduino output, right? So, but when you will connect, when you will read some output from the external device, this output should be analyzed. Okay, if you will get the vast amount of data, this output should be analyzed. Okay, so there is a cloud platform. In that cloud platform you can install. So if you don't know about the cloud platform, by using the you can download, you could import those data in the Microsoft Excel or LabVIEW and the MATLAB. So by using this Microsoft Excel, LabVIEW and the MATLAB, you can analyze those data. Okay, so you will get some meaning of those data, whatever data you are gathering from the sensor. Okay, so you can get some meaning of those data after analyzing the data using the LabVIEW, MATLAB or the Microsoft Excel. So MATLAB that is also is connected to the one cloud platform, that is the ThinkSpeed, that I will discuss in the coming lecture. Okay, So, and in the other hand, directly the real-time data, okay, the real-time data that can be also analyzed, and immediately some certain action can be taken after analyzing those data using the Microsoft Excel, LabVIEW or the MATLAB. Okay, this is the other part which is required for Arduino project. Okay, and so, but if you don't have the Arduino hardware, because if you want to implement, you can write some simple code in Arduino IDE, which is you have installed in your computer. You can just execute the code and you will check the code is correct or not. By observing the output in the Arduino IDE monitor window. But if you want to execute the program in hardware level, suppose if you don't have the hardware right now, but you want to execute the code, you want to implement some IoT project, okay? Now how can you do IoT project or some Arduino project? How can you do? So okay, so for that you need a virtual breadboard, okay? Virtual breadboard, okay? So what is the meaning of this virtual breadboard? Okay, so I think those who the electrician they have already heard about the virtual breadboard. Okay, now in the suppose nowadays everything is online. You have to take the classes online also. You have to take the lab session, practical session is online also. You will have some idea, I think, about the virtual breadboard. What is a virtual breadboard? So it is a one kind of the breadboard, similar like a physical breadboard. Okay, so if you want to implement some circuit, you need a breadboard, right? So same breadboard you can use in a software also in a one platform, in a one software platform. So this platform by virtual breadboard you can use there are the various platform where you can use a virtual breadboard. Okay, there will be a breadboard. You will have the different kinds of component registers and the transistor and different kinds of the IC circuits and Arduino tool is also there in a one platform. Okay, you can directly use the Arduino tool, okay, in the software version, right? So what is the advantage of this virtual breadboard? So normally if you suppose if you want to you will have one idea for implementing one ITO project, okay, so but you don't know whether it will work properly or not. Okay, you will get some output or not. So but so if you don't have the virtual breadboard, you have to you will purchase all the components related to this ITO project, and you will connect the components. You will implement the circuit in the hardware, and after executing the code, you can see that the output is not working. So it is a waste of time and waste of money. So if you if you implement the circuit in the software, okay, in a breadboard, virtual breadboard, you can check that the circuit is correct or not, that your idea is properly built or not. Whatever idea you have built, that is proper or not. For checking this idea, you can implement the circuit in the breadboard, virtual breadboard software. Alright. So if it is if it is correctly working, so then you have to go for the proper Arduino hardware. Okay. So in this, what are the tools are there? What are the platforms are there related to virtual breadboard? So one is a Portris. Okay. Second is the Autodesk circuit. Under this Autodesk circuit, you have the Tinkercad. You can implement different kinds of the digital and analog circuit also in the Tinkercad platform. Okay, another is the Electronify. Okay, so these two are the main important Portris and the Arduino, the Autodesk circuit related to Tinkercad. You will get the suppose if you install the Portris, you can properly get the Arduino tool. You can connect the different components and the wire in the Portris and you can execute the program. There is a section where you can write the code. In the Tinkercad also, if you take the Arduino tool, if you import the Arduino tool in the Tinkercad platform, automatically there is a section where you can write the code. So I will show some example using the Tinkercad in the upcoming lectures. Okay. So another is the Electronify. Okay, apart from this, there are the various tools that is not important, as I am not going to discuss why. Okay, Portris, I will try to show the one example using the Portris in upcoming lecture. Alright, so next come to the The Arduino hardware tool I have told, right? So this there is one Arduino hardware tool. Okay, hardware. In this Arduino hardware to execute the entire Arduino project. In this Arduino hardware tool, you will have the some more components. Okay, this I will show in the upcoming lecture also how the Arduino tool Arduino hardware kit looks like. This I will show, and what are the components are in how the components are embedded in the Arduino tool, that I will show in the upcoming lecture. Okay, here I will just discuss what are the components are there, what are the some rules in summary form. Okay, so in the Arduino hardware tool, the first is the power port. First is the power port. So in a hardware there is a port. Okay, that is called the power port. So using this power port, you can connect. So if you want to implement this project, if you want to execute some program, so you need to give some power supply. Okay, so you can give the power supply through this power port. Through this power port. Okay, through this power port. Right. This is the power port. Now come to there are some pin. Okay, analog pin, and some pins are there, digital pin. Okay, so analog pin, if you want to connect, if you want to take input or output as the analog, okay, so you have to connect those devices in the analog pin. If you want to take the input or output as a digital, you have to connect those devices in the digital pin. Input analog means, suppose if you want to take the temperature data, so you have to connect the temperature sensor through this analog pin. Okay, because the temperature data is in analog form. It is thousands numbers of data you can get from the temperature sensor. And if you want to turn on the LED, okay, turn off or turn on the LED. Okay, so you are giving the logic 1, logic 0 through the code in the LED. So then LED you have to connect with the digital pin. Okay, there is a reset pin. Okay, reset pin. Suppose you have what I told you, if you write the code in Arduino IE, you can upload the code in the Arduino hardware. Okay, so somehow some error is there in that Arduino code. Okay, first you have installed upload the code in the Arduino tool, and it is not working. So you have modified something in the code. Again, if you want to install the code in the Arduino, so for that you have to reset the pin. You have to press the reset pin. So everything will be removed and everything will be installed in a new way. And apart from this, you have the USB interface. Okay. USB interface. Okay, so in this USB interface, through this USB interface, you can connect different kind of external device. Okay, external memory or some serial communication. If you want to control the Arduino, if you want to control the communication between the Arduino board and the external device. Okay, so this you can connect the USB interface chip. Okay, there will be a USB port also. And again, the USB port is required to connect the computer with the Arduino tool. Okay, you need the communication between the computer with the Arduino tool. So you have to connect the USB port. You have to connect the USB wire through this USB port between the computer and the Arduino tool. Okay. And apart from this, you will have some other part of the Arduino, that is the Wi-Fi connection, Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, RF module, adapter, okay, LCD display. So another part, the main part is the microcontroller that I forgot to discuss. Microcontroller. Okay, microcontroller is one of the heart of this Arduino tool. Okay, whatever code you will write, whatever code you will write in the Arduino IDE, entire code will be executed by the microcontroller. You have the one CPU inside the microcontroller. Everything will be executed by the CPU inside the microcontroller. So the microcontroller will execute the code with the help of the other parts. Okay, with the help of the other parts. And we'll get output from this digital pin or from this analog pin. Okay, so if you want to build the IoT project, you need the some Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi module or RF module. Adapter is also required for connecting to some external device. LCD display is also you can connect for displaying something. Okay, in the form of the output you are getting, the output you want to show in the form of the display message. So you can connect the LCD display, okay, through the Arduino. So these are about the Arduino hardware tool. I will show the component in the upcoming lecture. Now come to the some points related to Arduino. So these are the limitations and the advantage of the Arduino. So I told some other parts of this in the embedded system or IoT. You can use the Raspberry Pi. Okay. And here, what are the limitations? Okay. So limitations are limited processing power, less storage space. Okay, not suitable for advanced project. For advanced project. Okay, these are the limitations. Processing power is less storage space and limited, not suitable for advanced project. Okay, what are the advantages? Inexpensive, easily available, easily available, compatible with the different operating system, compatible with different operating system, Linux, Windows, Mac. Okay, energy efficient. Energy efficient. You can easily build the code and you can execute and you can prototyping is also possible. Easy prototyping. Okay. These are about the advantages of Arduino. So please like, share and subscribe my channel and thank you.